Well, I'm TAWANNA, and this is my husband, Gary, and we are hosting Love Like You Mean It Life Group and also Love and Respect this semester. The reason we decided to join the Life Group, it was back in almost 8 years ago when Life Groups first came on the scene. My husband and I had recently became a part of Word of Life, but after attending for several Sundays, the church began to feel very large. Like, I didn't know anybody, so was not used to that at all, and I was like, we got to find a church because I have to know people. And a few short weeks, Life Group showed up. We jumped right in. I was like, we are joining a Life Group.
Love and Respect really changed our life tremendously. It blessed our marriage, it blessed our relationship even with our kids and family members. And so it blessed us to the point to where we were so excited about it, we wanted to share it. And like Pastor always say, you know, God never intended for us to do life alone. You know, join a life group. Let's do life together.
Hey, my name's Nate. I usher the 10 o'clock service and I sit the 11:30 service. I came to Word of Life with my oldest daughter. Came for a few months and got asked to be on the usher team. At the time, I did it to look good. I was at a place in my life where I had some things going on, and I wanted people to see the guy that goes to church and ushers and this and that, and it was the best decision I ever made. Well, my thing is I love seeing people worship when I'm ushering, to see people be moved by God's presence. And then it's my turn. I get to sit down the next service and get mine. Even though it's the same day, I hear 2 different services. I never hear the same thing twice. And if I do, I need to. The usher team that I stay in contact with today is the reason I am the way I am today. You would run out of battery in that camera before I could stop talking about how they, impacted me and my family and their walk with God. It's well worth the risk of stepping out of your comfort zone and doing something that you're not sure about, because it will make the biggest impact, no doubt.
Hi, I'm Cindy Morris and I serve with Motion. So I've been serving Motion for almost 2 years. I think in September it'll be 2 years. And I'm already actually a teacher and I work with middle school students. And so I thought, why not just go ahead and work some more with middle school students? And it's so much different and so much from what I do now, because I'm able to talk to middle school students about something that's important to me, and that is faith and growing in God. And so that gives me the opportunity to do that where school may not so much be the place I can do that. If you don't want to serve with students or with kids, or if you're not sure that's for you, there's several other opportunities. Like, there's lots of things that go on in the background that I honestly have no idea about, but I know that there's a place for everyone. So whether it's something that you're doing that people don't see, or whether it's something that people do see every Sunday, there's a place for everyone, no matter what you like, or no matter how many people you like to be around all at once, or anything like that. There's always a place for us to serve the church and to serve God.
I'm Ed Trim. This is my beautiful wife, Dana Trim, and we have been going to this church since December the 10th, 1995. So this last Christmas, we celebrated 25 years as Word of Lifers.
Well, Ed and I, when we first got married way back in 1986, we struggled financially. And so I was raised in the Catholic Church, and Ed told me, he says, well, my mama always said you need to tithe. And I said, well, what is that? And so he explained it to me. He's paying, 10% to God. And I said, well, wait a minute, we can't pay our electric bill. How do you give 10%? And he said, what have you got to lose? And I said, well, I guess you're right. And I was just amazed at how we just gave that 10%, and God just started blessing us. I mean, we moved out of an apartment into a brand new house. A guy offered to give him money to start his own business. I mean, it was just amazing how God just worked in our life and blessed us.
I mean, it's absolutely incredible. I mean, God is not a man that he can lie. He watches over his word to perform it. And he said, trust me, a double dog dare you. And that's what we did. Your whole life, you tried to do it in your own strength. Why not give God 10% and you keep 90% and get him involved in your finances and see if he can't make a difference with just that small 10%. It's biblical.